So I totally hadn't planned on vlogging today at all. Actually, it's 12:30 and I got up and I had some hot lemon water because I ran out of the green tea with lemon that I've been drinking. And I have just been watching some YouTube videos and decided to make the Skinny Taste, like, I don't know, however many ingredient bagels. And I finally have the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free flour instead of like the paleo one, and they look so good. That's the main reason why I'm vlogging, because they literally look so good. I just turned on the oven light and they're nice and fluffy, because before they were kind of looking like scones and just like not great. And yeah, so I figured I'd have to show you guys when they come out of the oven, and I figured I might as well just vlog this. I don't know, maybe this will be a week of my life, I'm not really sure. So anyway, welcome back to my channel. My name is Georgia, and I figured I'd just start vlogging because I don't really know. I think I'm making the bagels, obviously, and I think I might make some banana bread today, and I'm also making pad thai. So it'll be just like a full recipe kind of day. So the bagels are done, and I'm gonna pull them out and put them on a cooling rack, and I'm so freaking excited. They look so good. So I guess let me put you guys down because there's no point in me holding you as I do this. They look so good. They're so fluffy. Oh my god. I'm so freaking pleased with them. They look so good. So I did 2 everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's, and then I just did 2 with like flaked kosher salt, and they look amazing. Like, I don't even know. They're just perfect and thick. Oh my god. So I figured with the bagels, I just make like a little avocado and egg sandwich on them. So I'm gonna use one of the everything ones. So I'm gonna cut it up, and I got my avocado and I mashed it up, and I have my egg cooking in a pan. Also, this is like my favorite thing to put on avocado toast. It's just balsamic glaze. Any brand probably is great, but this is the one we've been getting, and it's perfect. So I've just been hanging out. I went down like a YouTube like hole and I had watched the Madeline, I think her last name's Klein. It was her Harper's Bazaar like get ready for bed with me routine. And then they had like a, I don't know, maybe she's not a dermatologist. They had some lady, or I guess it's her channel, she like reviews people's skincare routines and stuff. So I watched her review Madeline Klein's skincare routine. I think her name's like, her channel's, I think, Mixed Makeup, and I think her name's Susan Yara. And so I watched her review that, and then I just kept on watching her videos, and I decided I think I'm gonna go on a walk because it seems kind of nice. Like, it's really windy, but I figured I might as well get outside for a little bit. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this, maybe I have, but I used to have, I probably am covering the mic. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but in high school, I used to have like bursitis in my hip, and it's just from like, it's like an inflammation essentially. So I haven't really had any problems with it until like recently, because I've been working out like so much. And I follow Kylie Ross, which if you see this, I freaking love you. But she's probably not going to. But anyway, I follow her, and she's like really great. If you don't follow her, follow her. She has like great workout routines, and she does like cool things, and I don't know, she's just like a really good person. And I was following her, and she was doing this like 5-mile challenge every day. I think that was her goal, like, was to run 5 miles every day, like whatever. So then she was saying how her hip started bothering her. So I messaged her, and I was like, I think you have bursitis in your hip. I was like, I'm not a doctor, but I have it in my hip too, like whatever. So she ended up going to, I think, a chiropractor, and she has it in her hip. And she just posted a story saying that like her hip's still bothering her. And sis, me too. It's usually my right, I think. Maybe it's not, but my left one is like so tight, and I think it's just from doing like a lot of squats and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go walk. I might take today kind of off of doing like a mad fit workout or anything like that, and just like do a walk and maybe do like abs and arms, and give my legs and like butt kind of a break, because it just keeps on, it's like a knot. Maybe I have a knot and it's not even my hip, I don't even know. But yeah, it's interesting that she was talking about it, and I feel pretty cool that I got it right. I mean, I did take athletic training classes for a couple of years, but still. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just listen to a podcast and walk around for a little bit and see how it feels. Yesterday when I walked, it got looser as I was walking, obviously, because I got like warmed up. So I'm kind of hoping that happens again today. So I just got ready to go on a walk, and I'm just wearing this like cowl neck sweatshirt that was, I think, literally $5. It's from Simply Southern. They had an outlet in Myrtle Beach, and I had gone down to Myrtle Beach with Matt and his parents and his sister, and her fiance and the baby, and me and his mom both got these, and she got one in pink and I got this like black and gray one, and it's just pretty lightweight. So I have this on, and then I have on a pair of Lululemon leggings. I'll show you guys those. And I have on Nike Zoom, I think Windflows is which they are, like the ones that they are, and I love them. Like 10 out of 10. They're probably my favorite like Nike like running sneaker or whatever you want to call it. And I think this is like my third pair of them. They're just great. I had like crazy colored ones, and then I got these black ones like a couple years ago, and I just never wore them because I wanted color ones. So then I got another colored pair, and I actually just threw those out because they're just so worn. But they're super nice because they have like this big thick cushion. So I'll show you guys those. So these are just the sneakers. They look like that. They're just black. They're nice because you can tell that this is super thick. And yeah, they're the Zoom Windflow 3s. Honestly, I think I got them at Kohl's, and Kohl's is like low-key the best for getting like Nike sneakers and stuff. Not always, but like a decent amount of the time they're pretty good, because if you know what you like, sometimes they have them, and then I don't know, maybe you can't use coupons, but sometimes I think you can. I don't know, it might depend on what the Kohl's Cash or whatever. And then I'll show you guys the leggings. I don't really love these. They're like fine. I got them for like $40, so I can't be mad about it, but I do think that they show like the sweat, you can see like instantly through them, which is just like not great, but they're comfy and they're like super soft and whatever. But yeah, I have like regular black Lulu leggings, and I really like those because they're thicker, but these are just like freaking, like you sweat and they're see-through instantly. So they just look like this. I guess they're like a 7/8 or whatever, and they have like the pockets here, and they just look like this. They're really pretty, and they're great to just like hang out in and like walk in, but like not to really go on a run. And see, they're like super light. This is literally stained from when I think I have it in a vlog. I had got my tattoo, and I had like Aquaphor, and I went like that, and yeah, so that's great. So I'm gonna make pad thai, which you guys have probably seen in the other video where I went like step by step. So I'm just gonna show you kind of like the before and the after, because I don't really feel like doing the whole thing, but I will post instructions on what I actually do because I wrote it out for one of my friends who wanted the recipe. You don't have to make it gluten-free, but if you're using rice noodles, it's gonna be like, those are gonna be gluten-free, but like I use gluten-free soy sauce and whatever, so yeah. So I figured I'd show you guys some of the things I use for my hair after my shower. So I throw this in first. It's just a heat protecting spray. And what I like about it is it has like good extracts, and it like reduces blow dry time, but I don't like blow my hair dry. And it has like coconut oil and stuff like that, so I'm not putting it in later. Yeah, and then I spray a couple of spritzes of that. And then I do this Sun Bum 3-in-1 leave-in. I love this stuff. It has like detangler, and this also has coconut oil and all stuff like that. Really like that. And then I should have showed you guys this before my shower, but it's just a dry brush. I've been using it for about a year. I try to do it a couple times a week, and I actually saw it from Sarah's Day. If you don't follow her, you totally should, but it's good for like your lymphatic system and stuff like that. And I can tag a video on like how you're supposed to do it, but you're supposed to brush like up to your heart and then down to your heart. So Glenn and I just found a new show to watch because we finished up Broadchurch and we're watching that like crazy vampire show, but I think we're actually caught up on that or whatever. So it has the guy from Broadchurch in it, and the husband from Marcella, and this guy from The Five. What is it called? Criminal UK. Yeah. United Kingdom, right? Criminal United Kingdom. So we're gonna give it a try. I'll let you guys know how it is. And we're trying to figure out what we want for dessert because we don't have anything. And we have fruit bars. And this is just a funny thing. No one's gonna really relate to this, but in North Carolina, we lived across the street from my aunt, and she always had the fruit bars, like, what are they? The Outshine? Is that the brand? Outshine. And she always had them, like always. And she never had like really any sweets. So you'd always be like, oh, Aunt Tina, like, what do you have for dessert? And she'd be like, I have a fruit bar. You can have a fruit bar. And even if you didn't want a fruit bar, you had a fruit bar. But now I love them and we always buy them. And I get the strawberry ones. And I was watching Rachel Ratke's video, and apparently she has the fruit bars too. And she has lime ones. So I'm gonna have to find those. So honestly, this doesn't like really look that appetizing at all. But basically it's just some Nutella that I melted, and then I put rice checks in and kind of melted it. What do people call these? Like Muddy Buddies? if you like did it properly. Like, isn't there a thing called Muddy Buddies? Yeah. And you do it and you put it in a bag and you like shake it. I don't know, maybe I'm making that up. But yeah, basically we have these rice checks because we had made, what did we make? We made like clusters with chocolate chips that you melted and then you put the rice checks in, and we got the biggest box like ever, and we never used it. So then last night I was like, ooh, that kind of sounds good. And I don't think Nutella would harden, so I don't think you could like make it the same way, but this is freaking yummy. If you have Nutella and rice checks, which I don't know why you would, because those are like having rice checks. Yeah, having rice checks is kind of random, but yeah. So we just did the first episode of the Criminal, like UK, whatever, and it was good. The guy that plays Alec Hardy from Broadchurch is actually bad in this. He's like criminal. And Marcella's husband is in this. He's in a lot of other things too. And then the guy from The Five is in this, and he's like totally different in this. And then we watched Sanditon, which was on, I think, PBS. And the guy that was in Sanditon is in this too. And then there's a girl in this that was in Happy Valley and also in, I think, Selfridge. So there's a lot of known characters. And it's interesting because it all takes place in like the interview room of like the police. Why am I having a problem with thinking about this? It all takes place in the interview rooms. So that's kind of interesting. It literally, like, it showed them like go to a bar and then ended. So we're on to the second episode. So I would give it a 10 out of 10 so far. It's like a serial killer show, it seems like so far. So yeah. So good morning, guys, and happy Wednesday. It's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Glenn is off today, so we actually are shopping the Macy's sale. She needed some pillowcases and some socks and stuff like that. And then we're looking at CVS for some things. And we're gonna order sushi today, and I'm so excited because I don't think I said this in my last video, but the Chinese place near us just opened and like reopened, and they usually have sushi there too. And when we ordered the other day, they didn't have sushi, and because I can't have gluten, I couldn't have anything. So I didn't get anything. And the sushi place that's near us that we freaking love is open. So we're gonna order lunch from there. And Glenn's off of work today. I feel like I said that. So we're hype. So I ended up getting 2 salmon avocado rolls and then 1 tuna avocado and some miso soup. And then I'm just using soy sauce. That's gluten-free. This is the one that we have right now, and it's pretty good. So this is an interesting spot for me to be in. I'm actually in the garage, and I was walking through earlier, and I noticed that there's all like grease on the garage door, and it looks freaking gross. So I have some degreaser, and I think I'm just gonna clean it so it looks nice and white and shiny, because it doesn't look like that. I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, you can tell there's like all splotches. I don't know really what it is, so I'm gonna spray it and hope for the best because it looks gross. Okay, I'm impressed. It looks like a brand new door. Like, literally, it looks so good. We just have a workbench over there. But, yeah, I sprayed it with the degreaser. It's called Zep. And then I let it sit for a couple seconds. And then I wiped it with paper towel. I had to spray some of the areas a couple more times, but it's freaking spotless. So, the next task of today is packing up books. So, when we moved here, there's all bookshelves on the far side. And we just kind of put out, like, all the books. And there's all baby books that I want to keep for, like, the future. But they're all on shelves and it's just like kind of pointless. So we're gonna put them in some boxes, and that's what we're doing right now. So Glenn and I are gonna do that. So we filled these 2 boxes with books, and then we have like all
I'm gonna keep this one little box
giveaways. So I just made a coffee because now we're gonna go through buckets. We've literally gone through so many buckets. I don't know if I told you guys this. We went through buckets of like clothing, all stuff from when I was like in elementary school. And we threw out so much stuff that we have like all these empty boxes. So we like repackaged some of the stuff, and then we're getting rid of like everything. And you saw that we got rid of books and we just redid my children's books. So now we're gonna try to see what's in these buckets because I have no idea what's in them, and neither does Glenn. And I went through, like, freshman year of college, I was an athletic training student. So I had to buy like all of my textbooks, and I still have them, and I should have sold them back, and I didn't. So I have a huge bin that just has like all old textbooks. So I'm gonna keep them for right now and see if maybe I can sell them on like eBay or something like that. Or I don't know. I don't know where you can sell textbooks. So if anyone knows anything, let me know down in the comments, because I would love to get rid of them. I don't even care if I get like $10 for them. I just don't want them any longer. And they're like good textbooks. It's on like muscles and like all athletic training stuff. So yeah. So I'm just on a walk, and there's a neighborhood across the street, and I noticed that there was like a cop car and then 2 fire trucks. And I was kind of like, I don't know what they're doing. No one was like dressed like anything was happening. So I was just like, whatever. And then I noticed that all of these like parents and kids were in cars, and they're doing like a little birthday drive-by. You can probably hear the sirens, and they're just doing a little, I guess, birthday drive-by with all these cars. It's just cute. So I made a banana bread. It actually cooked for exactly 60 minutes today, and it looks so good. So I'm just gonna let it cool for 5, and then I'm gonna flip it out and let it cool for the rest on the racks. So we have this like cake holder thing, and we got smart and we're using that instead of using a plate with tinfoil, and we're just gonna cut some of it down because we can't not do it. I always end up having the end, and I don't really like the end, but how I look at it is if the end tastes good, then the rest of it's gonna be good, because the end sucks. For dinner tonight, we're doing this eggplant pasta. So in here we have some eggplant, some celery, and basil, right?
Yes.
And then you steam it, and then you add in this pommy tomatoes, and you put in mozzarella, and you add your pasta. What else is there?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. It's so good. I can always tag the recipe. It's like an old like Weight Watchers from like back in the day. It's so freaking yummy. So dinner was good. Typically you'd make it with like farfalle, like, or the bow ties, like whatever you want to call it, but they don't make a gluten-free one, so we just did the fusilli, and it came out really good. If you don't want to do cheese, you don't have to do the cheese, but you know, it kind of makes it. And we have added mushrooms to it before, and it's really good when you add the mushrooms. So now we're just on another walk because it's gorgeous out, and we figured why not. I did a walk before by myself, and then Glenn did one with me, and yeah, it's cold. Yeah. It's very cool, but it's nice. It's nice and clear out. So Glenn and I did our walk, and then I came inside and ended up doing a FaceTime with my friends. So I just went back outside and did another walk, and then I took a shower, and I had a piece of banana bread, and Glenn and I are watching Criminal United Kingdom, I think. That was what we were watching last night, and it's so good. And I don't know, I'm like kind of thirsty, but I want something, so I'm gonna have one of the fruit bars that I was talking about last night. And I'm in the same sweatshirt as last night too, because I didn't wear it anywhere else than my house after I showered. So I'm gonna have my fruit bar, and we're gonna finish watching the show. We read today that there's like 3 or 4 episodes in each like season, and they each take place in different like countries. So this one's in the United Kingdom, and then I think it goes to Germany. I don't know where else it said, honestly. Sweden, maybe? It showed some different countries. So we're gonna see if this is the last one for the UK and like what the deal is, because it's kind of interesting. So if you guys are looking for a rec, I would watch it, because they're pretty, I think they're 45 minutes, maybe they're longer, but it's like interesting because it's just like the interview room. So you don't really get into like too much, but you get to know like the detectives, and yeah, it's good though. Hey guys, happy Thursday. So I've just been hanging out, and I decided I'm gonna go either clean my room, or I'm gonna try to find like a box that has books in it, because I think I told you that we had been organizing the bookshelves in the back, and I want to get my books off the shelves, so if I do move out, whenever that may happen, that like everything's together. And I think I have a box of books in my closet, but I'm not really sure. Basically, I'm just gonna go into my closet, pull out the box. If it's books, I'm gonna get the ones from the other side. If it's not books, then we're not gonna do anything. Success. There is 2 boxes of books in my bedroom, and one of them is completely packed, but the other one has some room. So I'm gonna see if I can get these in there, because if I can, that will be great. Or if I can get a couple, maybe I'll read some. I have Crazy Rich Asians on the top, so maybe I'll read that, because I bought it like 3 years ago and never read it. And then we watched the movie like 2 weeks ago, and it was really good. So I can always bring that to Matt's house with me. Maybe I'll do that. So I think I had told you guys how we planted some herbs, and I had planted a mint and it grew. So I'm gonna cut some and make a mojito, which is like the best summery drink. If you've never had it and you're 21, definitely try it. It's so good. I also look atrocious. I just got back from a walk and a workout. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this, but I'll show you guys how he looks. He looks pretty good. Also, mint is like a weed, so if you get it, put it in a pot, or it'll like literally take over everything you have, but it's so worth like the $2 to buy it or whatever it is. I just have him in a pot. He looks like this. I'm gonna cut some off. Yes, I called it he. I'm gonna cut some off. I'm gonna probably take some of the bigger guys and bring it inside and clean it up.